Hello guys, this is Speaks. Today I'm going to show you my world. This world I have been working on for a really long time. It is actually the very first world I've ever made. I made this the very first day Minecraft came out for Xbox, and I have been working it, well, I'd say about maybe 2 months ago I stopped when I joined the server. I just stopped working on it. It's not, well, like I ran into problems with this thing mainly. I'm waiting for Redstone lamps to come out, so that way I don't have to make all that as complicated as it is. Because all it does is I just want to light up the pathway during the night and then go away at night, and I'm having a lot of problems with it. But that's not really the point of the video. Today I'm going to show you guys around the world and just give you a tour to show you like what I've built and everything like that. This is my little compound. I do have a few other buildings around the world, but this is one of my main. I do have this little compound I've built. This is one of the first things I built when I started the world. This is my little bridge. I have it so you can lock it, open or closed, or you can push the button and it'll close for so long and then it'll open up again. Just long enough for you to get across. That way if you're getting chased by creepers or something, you don't have to worry about them coming in. It doesn't really serve a real practical use, but it was a little fun build. But this is my little compound. This wasn't all flat like this. I had to clear out most of this area. Especially that mountain. That mountain came out to, I think, somewhere around here. And yeah, like somewhere around this gravel pathway. I had to flatten it all out. I was gonna completely annihilate it, but I like the look of it being smoothed out like that. So I decided to keep it. But this was before enchanted tools, and actually I did most of this with iron tools. So it took me about like 2 or 3 days just clearing out this mountain just so I could start building what I wanted to build. But that was one of the first things I did in this world. I just scouted around the whole world looking for a decently flat area, and that's really all I did here. This is just my little animal pen. When they finally made it so friendly mobs didn't despawn, I tried collecting some and breed them, but there's problems with the breeding, so I sort of gave up on that. But that's I guess relatively new. This here is my mob trap. This is the first thing I built as soon as I cleared out the area and got it well, I guess lit up to where I could actually make a mob trap. It's a simple typical mob trap to where you can kind of see right there. There's the waterways right there, and then the spawning platforms are up there. It's nothing too fancy, but I was working on something to where I can convert it from just being a drop farm to where I could convert it into an XP farm, because I built this before XP was out, so there was no need to sit there and stand there and hit the mobs to gain XP. But now that there's XP, I have no real good use for it, or not really good use for it. I had no good sources of XP, so that was one of my main that's gonna be one of my main sources of XP whenever I decide to work on it. Over there, that big thing was supposed to be a lighthouse, but that was the first thing I built the day Pistons came out, because I actually stayed up all night waiting for that update, because that was one of the main things I loved about this game was Pistons, but the game didn't come out with Pistons, so we had to wait a little while before that. That was the first thing I built when Pistons were introduced to the game, or at least the Xbox version of it. And yeah, I built it. It took me maybe like 2 hours to build. I built it and then I realized that it was too laggy to use, because basically all it does is this isn't my own design. This is something I saw on YouTube, or saw a tutorial for it, and all it does is this minecart rolls around, and as the minecart goes around it opens up these shutters, which there's glowstone behind those shutters, and it gives it the effect that the ring's going around it. I'm gonna update that once glowstone lamps come out, but until then I just sort of left it because it was too laggy and I couldn't really do anything with it anyway. And these are my little pathways. This is my sand generator. I'm usually against using these kind of generators because it is block duplicating, and I don't really like duplicating blocks, but I don't really have a desert in this world, and this world was generated before there was even sand in the ocean floor, so I have very little sand at all. so I kind of needed this, and I sort of stacked up on my sand. But that's the only real reason why I built this. And this is my little uh cobblestone generator. Again, not my own design. Like, I mean, most of these like general uh what was it, like generators, I never like really saw a need to completely redesign it. I mean, I did on the server. Most of the generators there are my own design, but here I didn't really see a use to, I don't know, to reinvent the wheel just so I could get something simple as cobblestone and sand. So those are simple and not my own. But here's my house. It is not the greatest looking thing ever. It is really bad, but it was the first thing oh, not the first thing I built, but I needed a place to live, so I built this. Um, yeah, this is right here. Over here, I was going to put up a potions room because, like, when enchanting and potions came out, but then I started working on it, and then I realized I can't even make brewing stands because I don't have nether fortresses, which have uh, blazes. So, no, this was also before they had the nether reset either, so I abandoned that. But I did build my library, which has my enchanting station in it, because that's probably one of my favorite things about the game is enchanting. Other than redstone, I love my redstone, but enchanting, I love just getting to level 30 and then enchanting something. But this is my library with my little enchanting table here. This is probably one of my favorite things that I built in this house, because I think it looks really nice. But that's that. It's nothing too special either, it's just a little library. Then we go downstairs. I built like, this is just an attempt at hiding light too. I think I have like pumpkins behind these pistons or something. This is my kitchen. I hear a zombie somewhere. I think he's trapped in my wiring back there. This thing never fully worked. Like, I could get the chickens here and everything, but the problem with it is every time I tried to cook the chickens, they all died instantly. Like, I couldn't get them to just stand still. Like, if they weren't jumping, they would cook and give me cooked chicken, but if they were jumping, they would instantly die and I wouldn't get my cooked chicken. But basically all this is I push this button and I can get my eggs. I don't think it's working right now, but that's how I got my eggs. And this is my little surplus of them. Not that many right now, but I have these things full, these dispensers. But if I wanted to hatch my eggs, I just push this button and it'll hatch the eggs. There's a little clock that runs, and it'll hatch the eggs, and then they go into like a little chicken coop out back. And then if I want to call on my chickens if I wanted some food, I would just push this button. The chickens will come up here and pile up. And then if I wanted to cook, all I would do is just push this button, which would send down a little lava blade, which would cook the chickens, and then give me cooked chicken. And that's all I had to do. But again, I ran into problems because they would jump up and down, and I couldn't figure out a way to prevent them from doing that. And they still do it. I still have no idea how to fix it. They don't do it on the PC, so I really don't know why they do it on here. But that's it. This is my another sad attempt at trying to decorate the area. I built all this before. I just did like a outline with cobblestone, but the problem is I kept it cobblestone. I never went back and changed it, and eventually I gotta do that. If I even keep this world, I might start a new world eventually when jungles come out and everything. But that's what I have here. I don't have a stronghold either, so you might be wondering why how I have a cracked stone bricks and mossy stone bricks. But what I did, well, there was when stone bricks were first brought into the game. If you placed them, I don't exactly remember how it worked, but like if you placed them depending on which direction you're standing, I think it was. Wait, no, it was stairs. If you place stairs, you would depending on what direction the stair was facing. If you broke it, it would give you either cracked, smooth, or I mean regular stone bricks, mossy stone bricks. Just it would give you different types of stone bricks. It was a bug for a while, but I sort of used it to my advantage once I figured out that that's what it was doing. Because I knew there was no way I was ever gonna get those, so I tried to get as much as I could while I could. This is my little bedroom. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I put it there a while ago. And heading into my basement, which is probably where my more interesting things are. Well, this isn't really interesting. Right here's my storage room for like cobblestone and redstone. And I built this thing here a while back when chests were larger, so that piston was hidden, and chests could conduct electricity, or not, they could conduct redstone. They could redstone signal could pass through it. So this was hidden, but basically all I had to do was reveal it, because this is where I had like did my little hidden my like diamonds and iron and gold and stuff like that. That's where I hid it. But like to get to it, you go like this. And it would open it, even though I missed. Something like that. Yeah, and it would open it. Then you can get to your diamonds and everything. Nothing too fancy. I don't even know why. I just did it for fun because I'm the only one that ever plays on this world, so there was really no reason to do it, but I did it anyway. This is my wiring for that chicken thing that I said. It's just got a T flip-flop, and then it's hooked up to a clock or something like that. I don't remember. I did this a while ago. Yeah, there's a clock right there. Yeah, it's just hooked up to a clock and hits the dispensers. Nothing too fancy. And then here's my little furnace room. Again, not very fancy at all, because I just wanted I needed a bunch of furnaces really fast just to smelt up after caving. And to get the stone bricks, because I needed a lot of stone bricks to do that little glitch thing with the moss stone. But I got that. Then here's the drop part. I was working on this earlier. There's supposed to be a button here, but this is how I was supposed to convert it from XP farm to a drop farm. This is where I had all my loot from all the guys. I think I have a lot of gunpowder. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I have feathers in here because before Rotten Flesh was out, zombies dropped feathers, just in case you guys didn't know that. So I had a surplus of feathers for virtually no reason. I had nothing to use them for since I already got arrows from skeletons, and skeletons drop arrows, so feathers are only used to make arrows, so I have no use for them. Here's where most of my farms are. These are farms that I built. Like, I wouldn't say they're my own design, because I'm sure other people, I know other people have built this. I mean, this is like the easiest thing to build, but like I didn't like YouTube it or anything. This is just my own little design. But little wheat harvester, push the button. I'm actually surprised it still works, to be honest. It's been a long time, but all the wheat will come down to you. Most of the wheat doesn't even get harvested anyway, because there's only so many entities allowed in the world. So once it maxes out, the rest of the stuff just starts despawning instantly. So it's kind of pointless, and then I just push this button, pick up all my stuff, and then I go through and I can replant like that. Nothing too crazy. There's my little hidden chest. It's backwards because when I originally placed it, the chest, I'm not sure if you guys can even see, but there you go. The chest, when I first put this chest, I put this before the adventure update, I think it was. And when they made it so chests can open like that, they have the opening animation. It made all the chests like flip backwards for some reason. I don't know why, but that was a bug. All I had to do is flip it around, but it's not that big of a deal. Here's my sugarcane farm. This one's probably my most favorite because all I do is just push a button, and I don't even have to do anything. It just continues growing. Took a lot of pistons, but it's nothing too special either. Again, with the entity cap, I can't get too much. I think I get like 2 stacks, and that's it out of all. But like I had a lot. I had this double chest full, but when I built that library, it took up most of my sugarcane. So I was surprised it took that much, to be honest. Bookshelves are pretty expensive. But there it is. It's my little sugarcane setup. Here's my little cactus setup. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to do is I was fascinated by the idea of having like underground biomes, like just making your own biomes. And this was supposed to be like, I didn't make them to scale as large as I wanted to, but I did make them to some extent. This is supposed to be the I don't know, like a forest biome kind of thing. And then I have like a little desert biome over here. This is where I have my cactus farm. It's also automated. All I have to do is stand right here and push this button. Then I fall, and I pick up my cactus. And then here's my little bin. I'm sure you guys have seen that too. other types of cactus farms like that. They're not too hard to build, and they're fairly simple. Probably the most complex thing of the whole thing is the water, which that wasn't hard at all either. I mean, sometimes it is, but that one wasn't. Then here's my working on like my progress. So I wanted to make this like a snow biome, but I wanted to make it like a cave kind of thing with like stalagmites and everything hanging from the ceiling. But yeah, that was sort of a failed project because I stopped working on it relatively soon. This was going to be my melon farm, and then again I realized I can't get melons because I don't have mine shafts. So that was, I just sort of stopped with that. I was, however, able to get pumpkins though, because pumpkins were out from the beginning. So I made an automated pumpkin farm here, which seems to be, I think I harvested earlier, but all you have to do, get in this minecart, push the button, it drops the pumpkins, and then you just go around and you pick up all the pumpkins. Yeah, I only got one since I think I harvested it earlier. But some get left behind, but usually you pick up more than what you need. This right here is my skelly spawner, because when I started digging out this basement, I actually ran into a skelly spawner, which is pretty cool. But I decided to make a little farm out of them. Made them come over here. I built this before pistons were even in the game. I was using trapdoors and stuff like that to power this. But then all you do is just flip the lever. These guys get pushed. And then they just go into the lava blade and they die. All their drops do fall in there. None of their drops get burnt up. It's pretty cool. Then they just come over to this little water. And they're all right here. Oh, I think I have, yeah, there it is. Nothing too crazy there either. And then this is probably the most interesting thing of my entire, well, that is my mushroom farm by the way, but I still have some kinks in it. But this is my elevator. Probably like the most interesting thing of my whole builds. It's just a zipper elevator, but I have it so you can go up and down on it. I tweaked it a lot to do what I wanted to do. But you push this button, the going down isn't as cool as I would like. I want to edit it, but like when I built this, creative wasn't out, so I didn't feel like trying to mess with it in survival without flying and stuff, or a surplus of redstone. But this takes you down. There you are. Here's my little basement area. I don't know what this is going to be, but I don't know. I just wanted to build like a bunch of little rooms. It's my little waiting room thing. I have this button. It's actually supposed to be on the inside, but I had it here just so I didn't have to walk all the way around to push it. I push this button and it opens up the iron door for so long. You go through, and then you're fine. I was gonna have a bunch of rooms, but one of my biggest problems was the wool. Wool was so hard to get back then. It was such a pain. So that was one thing that kept me from building this, and I wasn't sure what to make these walls and everything, so I sort of stopped on that for a little bit. This is the button to get out. I made it so it waits a little bit before you go out. Just, I don't know, just because you can. This way, these are all just empty hallway kind of things. They're nothing too cool. 'Cause, like I made them to expand, but I didn't know what to put in them, so I just sort of left them there. And then here is my redstone testing room. Because I didn't have creative, so I just hollowed out this giant room with a little bit of TNT and a lot of unenchanted tools, which sucked, but it took me a while, but I finally got it. But this is where I decided to do a lot of testing for my redstone, and it served its purpose. This is one thing that I was working on right now. This is like a little block swapper for my thing, but I wanted to make it like a NOR latch that could get reset by one button. That's what this is for. I actually got it to work. The only problem is the block swappers. When you got so many of them doing the same thing at once, because I needed like 20 of them doing it all at once, it causes the game to lag. So that was kind of a failure just because of the game inability to do what I wanted it to, which happens a lot to me. So not much I can do there. This way is a long hallway, but it leads to my failed spider farm. Because I wanted string, but so I could make wool, so that way I could finish off that room over there, so I built the spider spawner. The problem is the spiders won't spawn in it, and I don't know why. But this is here, so you push this button. This makes it so they can fall down, and they won't hurt you at all. They'll fall to their death and everything, which spiders can cling to walls, so that was a failed design anyway. But they cling to the walls, or I mean, they fall down, they drop their string, and this is, you can stand here and they can't hurt you at all. Then you push this button, this will drop. These pistons push the string right here, so you don't have to go anymore. And then actually right up here, these things come down, so that way while you're here, you don't have to worry about the spiders dropping onto you. But again, the spiders can drop on the wall, so it's kind of pointless anyway. Or cling onto the walls. But that's that. I abandoned it once I couldn't figure out why the spiders weren't spawning. I really don't know why they don't. I still don't know why they don't. But it is what it is. Here's over here. This is my little combination lock thing. Just a fun little design. The combination lock itself isn't mine, but like everything else added to it is. Because I don't even remember the combination, to be honest. But I know if you type in the wrong combination, if this thing even works. I'm not even sure if it still works. Here's all the redstone to it, by the way. Looks like it broke, or maybe I was working on it and I took something off of it. But basically all it is, this is a yep. If you typed in the wrong combination, these pistons would open up and you'd fall into lava. But if you typed in the right combination, this door would open up. I have this right here because just so I could get in and out. But that's what I wanted to do with that. I did get it to work, and then I guess it stopped working for some reason, probably because of one of the updates or something. Those tend to break things. But I didn't know what I was gonna build down here yet. I was gonna have like another room, I think. Yeah, I think I started hollowing out another room. And then I decided to start working on something else. But that was that. And then I go up here. That's all that's down here. Is just my redstone testing room. And that. Oh, let's go back upstairs. Oh yeah, this thing, I have it so it has a safety feature in it. You push the button, it'll go up once, it'll open up, and then it'll go up again to catch you if you fall, or if it fails, and then it locks open. It locks closed, just so you can stand on it when it's not just a giant gaping hole. And then this is the call button. You just push that button and it'll retract them all. You can go right away sometimes, but if the game decides to lag, then you're kind of screwed. And I don't think I have feather falling. Yeah, I don't have feather falling. But you push this button. Oh, it didn't work that time. Alright, let's see if I can get it to work. I usually get it to work like every try, so at least when I did play this, I got used to it. You have to like stand right there. Take you all the way up to the top. Every now and then you get stuck, but it wasn't that big of a deal since I had that second thing to pick you up. Walk out, you're just fine, and then it closes so you don't just fall down to your death. But that is that. I think that's all I really have in this house. It's not that much, but I mean it did take me a while to build. Oh wait, another. This is my little tower. I didn't have much built in my nether, but this is my little tower to get to the nether. I never really went there just because it took forever to get up here. I don't know why I built it like this, but I did. And then that was also how I got up to there. But here's my nether. I tried building a zombie pigment farm because this was before I realized that I thought light would stop pigment from spawning, so I lit up the entire nether, and then I built this little pigment spawner because this is one pigment even dropped. What was it? Pork chops? And this is even before pork chops stacked. So I built all these chests so I could get a lot of pork chops. But I built this here. It's nothing really too complicated. I had this, so the pigment would spawn in here, and then all I do is just punch like one pigment or shoot it or something like that. They'd all come charging at me. They'd fall into these little holes, which have little pistons that push them like that. Oops. They'll come down here, and then all I have to do is just push this button. Alright, that was my loot button. Like if they died or something like that, I could just push that for the loot, and then this button would just suffocate them. Pretty much a lot like blaze spawners that you see today. And then once it got done killing them, it would push that forward, or push all the loot forward, so you didn't have to do anything to get to it. But again, I had to. This is before I realized that light stopped them from spawning, or didn't stop them from spawning. So I started half slabbing my whole nether. I got a decent amount. I don't have a bow, do I? I don't. I got a decent amount of them. But I think I'm just going to reset my nether anyway, just because I need potions. Hopefully. Alright, but that's all I really have in my nether. It's nothing too crazy. Then we go, we hop down here. That's my little chicken coop, which apparently doesn't have any chickens. I'm probably gonna die. Nope. Not used to having feather falling, or not having feather falling. That's all the wiring for it. I tried making it look pretty, but I failed pretty bad. But yeah, that thing gave me a lot of trouble, and it's still not even working, so that's kind of annoying. That's still picking them up, so I guess that's good. Here's my little mines to make. This is my like first mine shaft. I have it so you can get mine carts down here and everything, which I never even really used except to get down here. I meant for it for like storage mine carts, but who uses those? So this is my little strip mine, which failed pretty bad because there was lava everywhere. Yeah, I don't think you can see most of it now because of the void fog. The void fog wasn't here when I first built this too. I didn't harvest redstone too when I did this because, well, not unless I really needed it, but I never really harvested it because it took forever to break. Like even with a diamond pickaxe, and there was no enchantments and everything. So I only took what I needed. I didn't try to get a surplus of it or anything. Usually, I think I still ended up with a surplus of it, but I don't think you're gonna be able to see much down here. But this is how I got my slime balls, because I couldn't find a slime chunk. Or I knew I had to find a slime chunk, but I didn't know where one was at, so I just started digging all through here, hoping I'd find slimes. And I ended up finding a few slimes, but I dug out all of this without enchanted pickaxes. I don't even think I used. Wait, no, I did use diamond. I had diamond when I was doing this, but this was all unenchanted diamond pickaxes, and it took a very long time, but I finally got it done. Oops. Well, I guess I'm gonna be on fire for a little bit, and I don't have a water bucket. Right, that's all that's really down here. Nothing too crazy. Let's get my minecart. See if the wind will put me out. Hey, look, it did. But that's all that's really down there. You actually might be able, if I can get over there fast enough, might be able to see the bud switch in action, because I do have a daylight sensor over there underground. I think you actually might be able to see it. Let's see if. Oop. Oh, it sucked. I'm not sure if it might have already switched. But the day-night sensor is over here. Here's. Actually, no. Well, that's the pathway to it. Oh, there it goes. It just triggered. So if we go over here, I think the blocks have changed. Yep, they changed. Right here, now all the path is lit. My problem with it, though, is, oh, shit! Ooh. Wow, this is a weak sword. Oh, Bane of Arthropods 4. Yeah. I can get it to light up, but I just can't get the lights to go away half the time, which is really frustrating and annoying. But, over here is my mine shaft. This is what I used to get all my diamonds. And this wasn't that big of a deal to build. But right here, well, good thing I have bane of arthropods, eh? I'm not even sure if I have much even in here. But this goes all the way down to the bedrock, or not bedrock. Oh, it does go all the way bedrock, but this is my high efficiency mine, I guess you could call it. I usually just came down here whenever I was really bored and I didn't know what to build, and I'll just sit there and mine. But yeah, there it is. Come down here, just long tunnels. Oh, I didn't mine out that much, I guess. Tunnels would just go on. Wow, I really didn't mine out all that much at all, unless this is a level I didn't do. But all this is at diamond level. So, yeah, this is the one I mined out. All this is at diamond level. So, no matter which tunnel I pick, I'm probably gonna run into diamonds. But that's my little mine shaft. And then I think there's only one more thing that I actually built in this world. It's just a matter of getting to it. And this is probably the only setback to this little design is these ladders. Going up them's okay because there's not really a fast way of going up, at least straight up. But going down's a pain. I'd rather have a water drop or something, but that's not how I built it. Let's go. Hopefully we can outrun these guys. Let's take off. This is my other little building I built. I think I was bored or something. I don't know why I built this. But this takes me up to this little cottage thing that I built on like a cliff. Just cause, I don't know, looked like a good spot to build, but oh, there's a creeper. He's probably gonna ruin our day. Apparently I'm lagging in single player. But this is my little balcony, and then I can see my little fortress out there in the distance. Not too crazy of a world, but this world is extremely old. It's at least a year old. It's one of the oldest worlds in Minecraft, and I can say that for a fact because it was generated the day Minecraft came out, and I'm pretty sure not many people have worlds that old. But unfortunately, I did explore the whole map, so I'm not going to be able to get any new terrain generation or anything like that. But yeah, oh well, I guess. Like I said, I'm probably gonna start a new world anyway, and I might, if I get better recording equipment stuff, I might do a series for it, just me starting off or whatever, make a series out of it, because I do like doing this YouTube thing, and it's pretty unfortunate that I got this really bad equipment to work with. I mean, you guys can't even hear game volume, because, well, like I can make it so you can, but it's extremely loud, and you won't be able to hear my voice all that well, and I don't know how to fix it, so I think what I'm gonna have to do is just buy some new equipment. But that is my world. It's not much, but it's mine. I'm gonna dive bomb this spider and probably die. Kicked his ass. Alright. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys later.